Mm. Hello there. Didn't see you. What's up, Nat Kirk FM here with the latest comic book releases, my top 5 for this past week, August 19th. We had some pretty cool stuff come out, a little bit of Secret Wars, but what I'm really excited for is a lot of indie and creator-owned stuff made my list this week, and a couple other things that were a little bit of a surprise. You know what? This week went to the colorists. Every single issue that was really good this week, just the color pop, the palettes, the color palettes were just spot on, and really, like, kudos goes to those guys this week. They knocked it out of the park, and you'll get to see what we're talking about. So let's get right into it. Number 5 on the list this week, we're gonna go Image Comics, Wolf #2 by Ailes Cott. And as you guys kind of remember, I thought the first issue was fantastic. It was extra pages. It felt like 2 issues put together, and I understand that, and now I really understand why they did that, because this week it's more of still a regular length issue. It is still world building a little bit. We are still learning about this occult world that Wolf lives in, and all these ancient monsters and creatures and Cthulhian-like best friends that he has that occupy the land that we know as Los Angeles. And if you remember, there was a young lady that he saved in the first issue who actually comes to find him because the ghost of her grandmother was like, this guy can help you. And in this issue, we kind of discover that she might be the Antichrist. Alrighty, guys. Number 4 this week on the list. This was a very cool treat. It's from Boom Studios. It's by Chris Sabella, and it's called Welcome Back. Or if you look at the way they did the name, We Come Back, or We L Come Back. Doesn't matter how you pronounce the title. This thing is great. Do you like Highlander? Fuck yeah, you do. Do you like Scott Pilgrim? Shut the fuck up. Of course you do. Take those 2 concepts, smash them together, and then have really great contemporary character design and some awesome spot-on dialogue, especially some, young teen angst thrown in there where they're kind of confused but just are still going and doing their own thing. And then also find out that you may have been an ancient warrior who constantly gets reincarnated to keep fighting this endless war that never ever stops, and you're not sure why. That's this comic. You need to go get it. And again, color palette's great, and it's got that frantic kinetic energy that we see in Scott Pilgrim and a lot of those fight scenes. Go get it. Highly recommended. Number 3 this week, Archie #2 by Archie Comics. Yeah, fuck you. I like the new Archie series. Story by Mark Waid, art by Fiona Staples from Saga, and yeah, this is a great series. Every panel is filled with awesome dialogue and a sight gag or some really great fun that keeps the issue running. Everyone says, oh, it's a leisurely read, or it's my light reading. And you know what? It might be, but it is done so creatively by 2 really amazing talents that it can't be ignored. Yeah, fuck you. The new Archie comic is awesome. With issue 3, we will see the departure of Fiona Staples, and that is a huge bummer. It has been so great to see her work just absolutely shine in this series. Number 2 this week, number 4 in the series, Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows, Secret Wars tie-in, and like I said, when I've been watching the series when it first started, it actually started off as a disappointment of the week, and now each issue has consecutively gotten better, and they've told a fantastic, rich what-if story with the marriage of Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and Mary Jane, and their small child, and how they have to stay in hiding because there's this totalitarian rule. Totalitarian rule that they live in this alternate Secret Wars universe. So it's the art is getting better. Dan Slott has definitely shown that the Parker's daughter, Annie Mae, is the centerpiece of this story. And you see the 3rd act coming from a mile away, and guess what? When it finally shows up, you're cheering along, and you kind of like get goosebumps because you see that the Parker family's coming together, and they're not going to put up with anything, and they do what's best to take care of themselves. And I honestly, I feel like I have really kind of started to grow and love the Annie Mae daughter of the Parkers. And I'm not sure what's going to happen with that character when Secret Wars is over and we move back to the regular Marvel Universe, and it jumps ahead 8 months. I'm actually really connected to this character, and I hope they kind of keep her around in some shape or form. And before we get to number one this week, which I am very excited to talk about because it definitely fits in with some of my regular feelings and the week I've had in general, we gotta do the disappointment of the week. Unfortunately, that is going to go to House of M, the Secret Wars tie-in, issue number 1 by Dennis Hopeless. It's not that it's a bad issue. It's that it's House of M, and that was Brian Michael Bendis in the original series. And it definitely showed a new universe that the Scarlet Witch had created, where mutants were the dominant species, and her dad, Magneto, was now like an omnipotent ruler, and there was a lot of peace in the land. And the tone of that was awesome and very serious, and you got to really kind of delve into understanding those characters a little bit better because they were put in new situations. Unfortunately, this Secret Wars tie-in, House of M, it has none of that. It's executed poorly in tone, doesn't share anything as far as what those stories were or who those characters were, or just that general, like, climate of the world that Bendis created. But this is not the House of M that I remember that I fell in love with originally. And I'm not quite sure. Also, it's issue number 1, and meanwhile all the other Secret Wars series are on issue like 4 and 5 and getting ready to wrap up. I don't know. I don't know why they did this. I think they're just kind of putting it out, and it was a mistake, even though they advertised that we're going to do a House of M Secret Wars companion piece. This doesn't really seem like it should have been released. Like, it seems really unnecessary. My shirt has flamingos on it. Cute, tiny blue flamingos. And there's a couple that are upside down. They look like strippers on a pole. I don't know what Target was thinking. But I got the shirt. It's good. Alright, guys. Number 1 this week. I am so excited for this. We're going to go with Black Mask Studios. Issue number 1, Young Terrorists. Let me just start this off right now. At $6.99, it is a goddamn steal because it's an 80-page first issue, and the story doesn't let up. And you're really excited that they give you this much story in the very first issue. And basically, we were following this world where this series, I think it's Matt Pizzolo, I hope I'm getting that name right, he demands the reader's attention. This series is just full of piss and vinegar, and it's punk as fuck. And after you're done reading it, you are angry and you want more of this series, and you just want to do something. The color, like I said, this week, this series definitely encompasses like this amazing color palette that we saw in all the other releases. And we're kind of exploring a world where like there's a lot of corporate greed, and we're not quite sure if this is our current world that we live in, or if this is a world like maybe 5-10 minutes into the future, and you're watching corruption and the absolute control of everything that's going on in these people's lives. And it's almost like Guantanamo Bay, where people are being held without trial and just being beaten. And you've got this group of kids who are coming up from these different situations, and they've just been beaten, bloody, bruised, and are just like iconoclastic, and they don't necessarily see the world the way everyone else does, and they know that they're just shadow puppets and greedy unknown entities behind everything, and they've banded together and they kind of live off the grid, and it looks like they are preparing themselves and recruiting and getting ready to wage a war on whatever this unknown thing is. And just like I said, the first issue is just it's on fire. And when I was done with it, I was like, man, fuck yeah, I am angry and I want more. And that is just, when you kind of have like an amazing feeling or reaction to a comic like that, it's definitely going to get your attention. Also, the writer is one of the founders of Black Mask Studios, and I'm telling you guys, watch this publishing house. Just about everything I've picked up from in the last 6 months has been great. Another series that I highly recommend is We Can Never Go Home. It is so good. There is this like just rebellious spirit that this freaking comic company is putting out, and I want more of it, and I love it, and I want you guys to find it and go check out their stuff. I just want to do the socials. I just got to do the socials. God, I want you guys to be social with me on the internet. I'm not asking for a lot. God, I just want to slap the hell out of you sometimes and pet my dog. And there you have it, a really awesome batch of fantastic comics that came out this week. Not a lot of capes and spandex types, but like I said, there's so many great new comic companies coming out and putting out so much good work by caliber top-tier creators, and also digging deep and seeing a lot of these new talented unknowns that we've never seen before. And it's so exciting. I fucking love it. As always, please go over to Comic Impact and like and subscribe. And maybe share this video if you feel like it. Just definitely not with your parents. I don't want them knowing that this is the type of smut that you watch on the internet. By all means, leave comments down below. Tell me where I got it right, where I got it wrong. Something that you read this week that I need to check out. Things that I should be checking out. Definitely, I like to have that conversation going. Please, please go check out these issues and let me know your feelings on them. Also, you can find me at Twitter, at KirkLikesStuff. Go follow me over there for a lot of comic talk, a lot of over-opinionated, over-caffeinated rants, and yeah, as always, when you make it this far in the video, it really makes us happy, and it kind of means that you're also really enjoying and appreciating that we're doing, and that we have this shared mutual love of comic books and reading and literature, and that always makes me really excited. So, guys, thank you for being here and being here this long. Yeah, until then, I will catch you next week. And like I said, like, subscribe, go check out all the cool stuff. See you later, guys. Love you.